Hello, you're watching Context. I'm Orkan Amashov here to ask relevant and pertinent questions, all in pursuit of illuminating and elucidating answers. In recent years, with the rapid advent of digital innovation, above all artificial intelligence, the entire realm of effective communication has undergone a profound transformation. This very transformation has unlocked remarkable possibilities. It has also created new risks, very much in keeping with the timeless principles of human technological progress. This week, Baku plays host to the inaugural D8 Media Forum, held under the banner of fostering dialogue, collaboration and regional cohesion. The organization in question, formerly known as a Developing Aid Organization for Economic Cooperation, or simply D8, has over the past several years become an increasingly visible institutional component of the wider global south. Originally founded back in 1997 by 8 countries, Bangladesh, Egypt, Indonesia, Iran, Malaysia, Nigeria, Pakistan and Turkey, on the basis of the principles such as peace over conflict, cooperation over exploitation and dialogue over division, the group acquired its 9th member, Azerbaijan, in December 2024. The name's naturally name D8 remains unchanged, but the scope has undoubtedly broadened. Now, with the D8 Media Forum taking place here in Baku, the organization is adding yet another dimension to its identity. Now, there's going to be focus on communication, digital innovation, ethical standards, and the creation of a cohesive information environment across its member states. And to discuss this matter and many other related matters and explore the wide implications of what is termed as responsible digital innovation, I'm delighted to be joined by Mr. Ferdian, a distinguished expert in digital business, media innovation, and responsible information of AI within newsroom environments from Indonesia. Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Ferdian, for this opportunity.
Yes, nice to meet you.
Thank you very much indeed. But we will talk about the forum, which is going to take place tomorrow, of course. But my first question is about this D8 geography. With Azerbaijan, we've got 9 members, but the name still remains the same. Basically, we understand all of them are Muslim majority countries. All of them are developing countries. And all of them are part of the global south. But what else? What are those qualities that put them together, make them part of one cohesive structure?
Okay, let me first of all give me 10 seconds for impression to Azerbaijan, because this is my first time to go to Azerbaijan. That's why I understood why Azerbaijan is become a land of fire, because the people is very warm to honor me to go to Azerbaijan. So back to the topic and yes, your question about why every country is member of D8,
yes,
unite together, is a Muslim majority and developing country, because actually in developing country the technology is also developed day by day and absorbed from another country, and then the conflict rising, the opportunity also rising. That's why developing country is come to go together, and why we are not to go to get some ethic, some rules, because maybe there is some conflict same in another country, and then the solution will already have a solution in another country. So there is a sharing information, conflict and the solution. I think that's why 8 countries and then Azerbaijan, yes, going to the member, unite together, and this is the time to us to unite the idea, the ethics and the opportunities, and also mitigate the risk.
Fantastic. That's very, very interesting, of course. And also, I imagine, as a result of this process, there will be somewhat a discernible D8 identity emerging as well, uniting those countries on the basis of those qualities, which could be described as essential core qualities, values, and strategic interests. Regarding the forum taking place here in Baku, this is an inaugural forum, and the key focus there is effective communication. What are the key challenges and opportunities when it comes to effective communication within the scope of D8 these days?
I think the message about digital innovation, okay, is not to replace the idea of journalism. So maybe it's replace the task, but not the ethic, not the rules, and not the empathy, not the context. So the whole of the member, like we unite together here, and we talk about the digital innovation through AI, and in the context of journalism, we are, in the idea is not to replace the journalism itself, but it is the opportunity to get the technology and then use the technology to become a purpose of the journalism. Is it for the is it to inform the information or something else?
Yes, indeed. We're not talking about the creation of a new profession. We're still dealing with journalism, but just talking about journalism in the context of the latest advent in artificial intelligence and wider digital technologies innovation, as you said. Let's talk more specifically about the integration of AI technologies into the newsroom. I mean, we here at A News use artificial intelligence. It makes life much easier. I mean, if there is an interview conducted in Spanish, for example, that interview could be translated into English very, very quickly, and with a degree of precision and clarity. So for something that you needed to spend about 4 or 5 hours in the past, now you can do it within 5 minutes. It's very good, of course, but there must be human control. And one of the fundamental questions that many people are discussing and talking about is that technology is, in a sense, is our own creation, is human creation, but we should not be dominated by technology. To what extent all should be influenced or manipulated by technology? So we're becoming the victim of our own creation, so to speak. So in the context of the introduction of AI practices into the newsroom media operators, what sort of dilemma do you think we're facing generally, in particular in the context of the environment wherein you operate yourself?
Okay. Technology, human can control technology. So technology is a tools. So it means AI is a tools. You say that 4-5 hours to create some news, and then now you just write down the context in let's say ChatGPT, and then you can strengthen your idea, your context with another opinion, because the technology is create opinion. If you want to strengthen some information, some message, you can search the strengthened opinion about your context, and also you can weak the information about the context, and you can search also. So it can be strengthen something, and the other side you can strengthen the other side also. So there is no worries about the technologies. The dangerousness, not about the dangerousness.
It has always been the case that when there is a leap forward in the human evolution and history, new technology has always provided massive opportunities, but also certain element of risk as well. For example, deep fakes and AI-driven misinformation exemplify this sort of danger. Do you think that while reacting to AI-driven misinformation, the danger itself, however big it may be, will also give rise to more advanced technologies to counter that danger, and actually misinformation, AI, misuse of AI will be at the heart of further evolution of technologies benefiting us. Do you see this dilemma, and if you so, could you explain the way you see it?
Yeah, it's happened when internet rising, right? In 1990, internet rising, and there is also some benefit and the risk. And now we are going to AI era. AI era, not the future, but here today. And then the opportunity also become with the risk. As I said, the technology is not the dangerous. The dangers is about ethic, regulation, and the empathy about the human. So that's why D8 is now here to talk, to discuss about what about the technology without human. It's going far about it's strengthen the information and also the weak the information. That's why technology. You cannot stop the technology development.
We call it digital transformation, and it's unstoppable momentum. I mean, no one claims that technology per se is dangerous. Technology does not have the intellect in an emotional sense of the word. Artificial intelligence may have an intelligence, but it does not have feelings, so to speak. It may not have a sort of a drive, the collection of principles in order to inculcate into wider human society. But of course, who will be controlling it? That's a fundamental question. And one of the questions about AI technologies and about digital innovation in the wider sense of this word is that should we regulate it properly? Then how? So my question to you is, do you see the possibility for D8, developing countries 8, oriented particular regulatory framework?
Okay. Yeah. This is the big opportunities, and the possibility is here now, because we unite here in Baku, and then we can discuss about our countries, how the use case in each members about the case of AI. Risks and opportunities. So if we already discuss about it, and then we can talk about what about the ethic, what about the procedures. Sure. And Indonesia has a white paper of AI, and this is the government is already control how the AI used in journalism. So it is the first step. We don't know about other use case ahead, but this is the first step, the foundation. There is a regulation, and then maybe after there are another use case, the regulation will adjust about the use case.
You think if there is to be D8 encompassing a regulatory framework in telling these countries, including Azerbaijan, Indonesia, and so forth, what sort of principles should be there, and in what manner and form that set of principles will be different to many other regulatory frameworks that may exist outside this D8 format scope? We earlier talked about self-sufficiency. You said that these countries, 8 countries, including Azerbaijan, so 9 countries effectively, they need to learn from each other, they need to speak to each other, and they need to formulate their own understanding of this framework and regulation of AI and AI-related matters. My question is how the principles that may potentially emerge out of your discussion with your colleagues tomorrow and the day after will be different to many other regulatory frameworks which are actually emerging somewhere else.
Okay. Government has a regulation, and we as a society also use the technology. So the POV, point of view of government and the society is maybe different. Government has rules, and society use the technology itself. So the momentum we are here in Baku is talking about that, talking about how your government and how your society use technology, and your government rules the technology itself. So that's why after this moment in Baku should be another discussion, forum group discussion to talk about the precise procedure, precise ethic, and cross-border information, I think. So because there is a threat not only about one country, it's the unite of D8 is also can share another maybe risk from one country to another country. So it can be many use case, and then if there is many use case in the foundation to govern something, I think that will have a good rules and ethic in around D8 member.
Thank you very much indeed. Basically, when it comes to all of those challenges that we're facing, and there are a number of challenges, it's about deepfakes, AI-driven misinformation, what is also fashionable to call information bubbles, wherein actually you are subjected to a particular kind of information. We notice it in social media networks and accounts and platforms. Effectively, you realize that there is a sort of a tendency or has a propensity to influence you in a way that you're being subjected to a particular kind of information which effectively influences the way you think. Basically, I want to put to you a very fundamental and perhaps slightly philosophical question. Do you believe in regulation in principle? We all believe that things should be regulated, there's no doubt about that. But do you belong to the cast of those people who would say that proper, regimental, compartmentalized regulation is something we need? Or would you find that sort of regulation more intrusive? Because it's a fundamental question. Then there's something new, advanced, very beneficial. There are also risks. And the question there is, to what extent we should regulate? To what extent we should leave certain realms free, not prone to regulation? What would you say to this? I'm sure this will crop up as one of the key themes tomorrow.
Okay. Indonesia, more than 200 million is use internet, and 57% of 200 millions is use social media. So information informed through social media is really vital, you know. And then government regulate something because something happened in a society. So the rules or the regulation is come before after something happened in society. So I mean, between regulation and a culture should be run together.
Absolutely.
Government govern something, become a rule. Ethic, it's become a culture. So there is something that we have to run together, not only the government to rule something,
and
but culture.
The countries which form this D8, Muslim majority, developing countries, global South nations, not anti-Western, but simply not really Western in a classical sense of the word. Geographically, only probably Azerbaijan and Turkey could be described as partially European in the geographical sense, but other countries are actually outside Europe. What sort of regulation do you think those countries, bearing in mind their culture, background, and many other qualities, will eventually prefer? Do you think it's far-fetched to talk about this now, or would you say there is a possibility to provide an answer to this question now?
Okay. The digital technology and AI, not the future. It is now.
It's current. It's happening now.
Current. I mean, between Turkey, Azerbaijan, and Indonesia in Asia, you know, and also Nigeria, can use technology. Not only. I mean, not the Azerbaijan and Turkey use technology, but all members can use technology because technology is borderless, you know.
Yes.
Okay. And borderless, the society use that technology to use technology, and then in context of journalism, journalists use technology not only in Azerbaijan but also in Indonesia, produce something, strengthen something, or weak something.
Thank you, Mr. Feridun. Thank you very much for this absolutely lovely conversation. Very multidimensional conversation. And tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be able to touch upon some other matters that we have not been able to discuss today.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed for this opportunity. Well, the D8 Media Forum in Baku comes at a moment which is incredibly, incredibly interesting. It's a time when the global media environment is being reshaped, not only by technology, but by the very nature and the fabric of what one may call modern connectivity. You have been watching Context, and see you very soon.